All right, so we back on the right time. Now, Spencer, before I went to Spain, I looked up what the cannabis laws were over there, and they have decriminalized, but you know how that goes, right? Like it's always a lot of little things that come up there, whatever it is. But somebody had told me that what they got is social clubs, okay? And so what you do is you go, you find a club, you put in an application, you give them like a $20 membership fee, and then you go in there. It's like the Amsterdam coffee shop is probably an appropriate comparison for how things work, right? You can go in, buy a little something by the gram, and they position it as being a social club. And the thin line between the social club and the dope house, Spencer. And I realized very quickly, and I operated with the self-awareness to recognize, nah, baby, this is a dope house. It's hot in here. People just sitting around smoking. Nobody's talking to each other. Like, this is a dope house. And it ain't in the safest place to be. Like, I got to where it was, and I was like, oh, you a pimpin' chaser? You got your block on fire? Like, I have been living in this world long enough to know what it is. Across the street from the dope house was a basketball court with dark people hooping and graffiti on the backboards. On the last day I was there, okay, so I forgot about this part. They tell you that, like, yo, when you get out, be a lot of undercovers around. You can't just be milling around. You got to get out of there. So I got out of there one day, and I was trying to pull up some directions on the phone, but I told you the signals wasn't strong out there. So I'm waiting on that, but it's taking too long. That woman came from inside and was like, you have to go. You have to go. Get. Like she basically told me, get. But while I'm out there, it's just all against the wall, a bunch of ashy African dudes leaned up, and then I look at the end, and it's two dudes with carts with metal in it. And you know what I mean by metal, like metal that they've been picking up, and they gonna go. Like, I looked on that basketball court, and I'm like, oh, those are Mexicans. Like, either Mexicans or Dominicans, they either one. They ain't calling no fouls. Like, I'm watching it as it's going, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, dog, this is a dope house. There's like you know, you go places and you come out of them, and everything about how it feels when you come out make you feel like you was just doing something you wasn't supposed to do.
Something wrong.
Like, that's how it felt.
Bad.
Yeah, when I come out, like, it felt light but dark, and I'm looking at all the graffiti, and I'm seeing who the people are that are milling about, and I'm like, oh, yeah, this is the dope house, man. Like, y'all got to do something to improve the ambiance. But anyway, I'm there. I'm at the dope house, and they still try to do like cool, quirky stuff to make it a social club. And so they were having bingo night. Now, I was not comfortable partaking in the streets of Barcelona. So if I was going to do that, I would go to the social club. They seem to have an infrastructure for protection. Cool. But I mean, after it was clear to me it was a dope house, I didn't really want to get into the social stuff. But the lady said they was playing bingo. And so for me to feel less like I was at a dope house, I'm like, sure, I should engage in the social activities.
Sure.
So we're playing bingo. And the way the bingo works is you get a card, and it was actually very helpful for me in learning my Spanish. It was like flashcards. El Arbor, 10, and it would be number 10, and it would be a picture of a tree, you know? And so you would, you know, it was, hey man, smoking weed with the locals and testing myself at the Spanish at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It's a drill. I'm bettering myself.
Yeah, good vibe,
while I'm there. Right. And so the woman's explaining in Spanish, and I'm understanding, and she's talking about, basically she's saying that this is how they play bingo in Mexico or something like that. Like, it's centered around Mexico. That's where she's going, and she's talking. And then as she's talking on the stereo, I hear, And Spencer, she stopped, and she closed her eyes, and she moved her hips from side to side, and she moved her shoulders, and then she regrouped, and then she came back. And I'm just here to let y'all know, they frying Drake ass in Barcelona too.
Yeah.
Where they fried him in Mongolia.
Yes. So I was in the basement bar of the beautiful Bayangol Hotel. By the way, Soviet hotel, very warm, built to withstand winters in 1964. I was in Mongolia in the summer. It was a very warm hotel. Lovely. But don't stay there in summer. It ain't built for it. I was in the basement, and on the TV, in the middle of a bunch of random pop videos from both Mongolia and abroad, Not Like Us came on. And guess what the bartenders are doing? It's moving a little bit to it. Moving a little bit to it. Yes, Drake is getting fried in Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia. And if that isn't enough, by the way, the Joe Budden prophecy has come true because FAMU debuted their dance for day one rehearsal of the Marching 100s camp. And guess what the first two songs were? Not Like Us and Like That. And I will tell you, by the way, oh yeah, it's over. It's done. We're back at it. You're like, oh, this is dying down. Nope. HBUCU band time. Everyone's going to be playing. By the way, Like That is the superior arrangement because the tubas get to crank on it.
Yeah, it's the Barry White of it all, right? Like that brings you to a different place for the instrumental. Dude, the Not Like Us came on another time I was at the Dope House. And I don't know how much English those people spoke in there, but I'll tell you 5 words that they know in English. Wop, 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 wop. Like, he is getting fried every single place. I mean, look, they played Euphoria in there. Because look, man, I was trying to make peace with the fact while I'm at that Dope House, all they playing is like trappish, rappish music. And
yeah,
you know, they using that word and it's around, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, like it was a lot going on there, but no. This Drake thing is continuing. It is not, I don't know when it's going to stop for him because you're right. School gonna start and every step show gonna come around and everything is, he's getting, did you see the game on the computer? The NotLikeUsGame.com. Wop, wop, wop,
yes.
wop, wop, where you wop the owls. Has anybody gotten past 21 owls? Because I haven't gotten past 21 owls, which I think is a metaphor.
I've played it. I am not that great at it. I would like to go back and close one thought, if I may. Do you know what I did to find cannabis in Mongolia? No, that's what I did. No. Oh, did you even look? No, I didn't even look. I didn't even think about it.
No,
it didn't cross my mind. I didn't let it. This space here is pure. It ran on nothing but caffeine and beautiful distilled water the entire time I was there. Maybe a lot of alcohol, because it was around as well. But I'm not doing that because do you know where you don't get a lawyer? Mongolia. Do you know where I don't have any rights? Mongolia. Do you know who's not going to listen to me if I got a problem? The embassy. Because I made my own issues. You do not get counsel in Dushanbe. You do not have a friend in the courts in Ashgabat. Central Asia is not about that. They don't want that. No. Don't look for it. Don't try to find it. If it's offered, decline it. I've seen that movie. Yeah. I do not want to star in it.
No. You that's the decision you make before you get on the plane.